Hey everyone, I just want to start off by thanking you so much for watching this video and giving me the opportunity to introduce myself to you and why I'm kind of on this channel. So just to jump right into things, I'm going to try and make this short and sweet, but also give you as much information as possible. Sorry, someone's always deciding to text me right at the right time. Anyway, my name's Caitlin. The reason why my channel is here is my husband and I are on our journey to conceive, and we're having a little bit of delays. So TTC is basically the community that I'm reaching out to and wanting to join and just be with you ladies and be with you along your journey and share my journey with you. If I can help anyone, great. That's why I'm starting this, as well as to track this video for myself, my husband, these times in our life that we can hopefully share with our little bundle of joy whenever God decides to grace us with our baby. But just to give you an introduction to myself, my name's Caitlin. I'm currently 23 years old. I've been married to my husband for 2 years now. We've been together for 4.5. We live in the country right outside the city in Ontario, Canada. I'm a city girl. He's a country boy. I grew up on weekends in the country, though, with my grandmother a lot of the time, and I've always had a love for the country. I always thought myself moving here. So here we are. We live in a nice little home in the country with lots of trees and grass, and I absolutely love it, but we're not far from the city. I can drive to the city in 7 minutes and get my city time in, my Starbucks and things like that. Anyway, so we've been married for 4.5 years. We've been trying to conceive. We've been baby talking for about a year now, but we've been trying to conceive for since early June. So I think we're in about the 5-month, almost 6-month range now. So we're just at the peak where we're just starting to wonder if we should. Oh, part of my shirt. Ooh, back with camera. Sorry, bear with me, ladies. I'm sure you know what that's about if you don't cut that out like I do. So we've been trying to conceive for 5 months. Within that time, we've seen lots of our friends that have also been starting their families or adding to their families conceive in that time, whether they've been trying just as long as us or not quite as long. So that's absolutely wonderful of them. I'm so happy that they're able to continue on their journey. But it's just making us kind of start to wonder. We're starting to reach that window where everyone says maybe you should talk to your doctor if you haven't conceived in this amount of time. Things like that. So we're just starting to wonder. So that's kind of why I wanted to join the community as well as start tracking this, because if by chance we do end up having a hard time with this, I want to be able to document it for our child and show mom and dad work so hard to get you here. Not that any other parent doesn't work just as hard, but just so we can document this so that 10 years from now we can look back and it's just like it happened yesterday. Because as much as you're going to want to forget the struggles, you're going to want to remember them, because it's going to make you want to appreciate the moments you do have so much more, is how I look at this all. So thank you so much for joining me on my journey, hopefully. If I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be out there subscribing to a bunch of you guys, I'm sure, in the next few days here. I am so looking forward to it. Anyway, to carry on with my video, there's a couple things I wanted to show you, because we are now, not that we weren't taking things seriously before, but we are now starting to ponder the ifs, whens, or buts about our fertility potential issues. We've started to track things, or we want to kind of start getting on top of things, opposed to just seeing what kind of happens naturally. We're going to start tracking my cycles, writing everything down if I have to, and just to get as much information gathered as I can to see what could potentially be going wrong. So the first thing I purchased this month was my basal body thermometer. I'm just playing around with it this month. I've been tracking temperatures just to see how it kind of works, things like that, where works the best, because I've heard vaginally, I've heard orally, and I've heard anally. So we're just seeing what's going to work best for us as well. I wanted to start doing that this cycle, but thought I should probably do a trial run just in case I end up sleeping in or something like that. I have to get in the habit of making sure that I wake up at the right time, things like that. And that also came with 6 months of tracking, as well as the information on how to use the thermometer for anyone who doesn't have one or is thinking about purchasing one or doesn't know how to track it. It follows. Everything comes in anyway with this branded. All the information you need as well as the tracking chart. 6 months are included. However, if you read typically the second language that it comes with has charts in there as well, so you can kind of figure it out, and you get a year in case you need it. I hope none of you do. Anyways, that's one thing, and as well this month we've also picked up, and that was $20 here in Ontario. If anyone's in the local area and is curious as to how much they may cost you, if you don't look online for one, which I'm sure I could have saved some money, $20, and the only place I could find them was Shoppers Drug Mart. That was decently priced. Anyway, the other thing we picked up, which was at Walmart of all places, is the only place I could find that carried them. I was surprised that Shoppers didn't have one, or maybe I didn't look hard enough. Was a sperm check fertility for men. It's an at-home, basically kind of checks your sperm levels to make sure, see if you're in the normal or abnormal. It works within 10 minutes there as it sees. I'm showing you the French, sorry. Results in 10 minutes. Convenient, private, all that fun stuff. It works by the looks of it pretty much the same as a pregnancy test in terms of tracking the hormone levels and things like that. There's a kit in there as well as the drop that you would use to collect the sample. And just showing you everything just in case you're curious and haven't seen one before. There's a fertility, that's the liquid that you would add to the semen, I believe. And that's the collection cup, which you're supposed to get the whole ejaculation into. I'm sorry if I use terminology that's correct. If it's not appropriate, I don't hide behind fake terms. Sorry, it's fact of life. And then it comes with a great instruction manual and what you should do should your results be this or that. And I guess you're supposed to wait 24 hours after your last ejaculation. So with this being my window, I think I'm cycle day 9 or 10 today. I'd have to check my app. Yes, I'm lazy right now. To tell you exactly which day it is. So we're going to have to wait till after this month. So once again, going to have to wait till next cycle, likely. Which is absolutely fine. We've waited this long. What's one more month? But we are expecting a new little niece in the new year, January. My sister-in-law, Andrew's sister, is expecting a newborn girl, which is really exciting. As well, we also have a niece on my side of the family. My sister has a little girl. I think she's turning 5 this year, 4 or 5. Anyway, so that's wonderful. I'm just going to grab my cycle day here for you guys real quick, just so you know that. So bear with me as I'm looking down. I just deleted a bunch of things off my phone, so it changed around the location of all my apps. My goodness, there it is. Sorry, guys. Anyway, so that's where we are. That to tell you my cycle day. I use a handy little app on my phone, and you can write down everything. This one's called Period Tracker. So I am cycle day 10 today, sorry. So I'm cycle day 10, so which puts me right in the middle of my typical window. So this says I haven't used any OPKs or anything like that, so I don't actually know if that's my window. I'm pretty sure it is just by checking mucus levels, textures, things like that. I don't want to go into too much gory detail, but just by thinking I know my own body, I'm thinking that's about accurate. So we're cycle day 10 for this cycle, which is the first cycle I'm making my videos, which is absolutely wonderful. I'm so looking forward to going on this journey with a bunch of you. The other thing that I do suffer from, which I want to make sure you know right from the beginning, I suffer from degenerative disc disease, which is short form DDD, which means that I have 3 discs in my back currently, 3, not 4, discs that are currently degenerating quicker than they should. If you look at them on an MRI, they're completely black, and they should have a nice white substance in between the discs, and it's black, which isn't good. So that's kind of why we also started our journey with my back problems. Who knows where I'm going to be in 10, 15 years. So we want to make sure that I'm the most capable with my children at a young age as I need to be, and I should be, and I want to be. So that's what I have, and as well I have a herniated disc that is not healing. For anyone that suffered with that, they normally heal within a certain window. Mine hasn't, and it's been 7 months now. And that causes sciatic-like symptoms down my right leg. So anyone who's ever suffered with a bout of sciatica and knows what that's like, daily is mostly what I'm dealing with that. I'm on painkillers for that. As well, I'm on an antidepressant with pain. This type of pain becomes a lot of depression-like symptoms. just because I'm unable to drive. I don't have my license currently because I don't have any sensation in my right leg, hardly, or as much as I should. There's good days, bad days with this, people. I have days where I feel great, though the pain is there, but I've learned to deal with it in the last 7 months. I have great days, and then there's days I don't even want to roll out of bed, unfortunately. It kind of works just like migraines in that sense. If you want to kind of get a sense where you're just like, oh, I just cannot do anything. I have days like that. Luckily, there's more middle days than there are bad days. So that's good, but sciatic-like symptoms. I'm homebound, which causes bouts of depression, which I suffered from mildly before this as well as agoraphobia, social anxiety, which wasn't a big issue before this. I kind of felt ways to deal with that, but as time's gone on and I'm at home a lot more than I used to have to be, socializing with my job, and I was a groomer, a dog groomer, so I was dealing with my customers every day, people that would come into the store for other products that we carry, things like that. So with time not having to force me out there, it's kind of become more and more of a pressing issue. I'm a lot more comfortable talking to a camera than I am a lot of the time face to face with a stranger. So this gives me the opportunity to really express myself to people that are dealing with the same thing I am, and I'm less afraid to speak to women who are dealing with this themselves than I am to talk to somebody who's never dealt with fertility issues and things like that, because I feel like they're almost judging me or they just don't understand what I am going through, and I'm sure a lot of other ladies feel that way. But I don't want to take too long in this video, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. I look so forward to sharing this journey with you and seeing what you have to offer for me to see on your channels and learn from you ladies. Please comment, subscribe, and I look forward to doing some more videos for you shortly. Thank you so much. Take care.